Wait for the marshal to display the flag at the back of the grid. There's the green flag. It's time to go racing here at Convoy in the Park 2025 with the Junior Saloon Car Championship. The red lights come on, the revs are up. Quite a long hole, but away we go. Wilf Butler against Josh Salvadori, then down towards the first corner. Trying to move across to the inside is Ollie Smith. Trying to go through the middle is Ollie Kerr. Wilf Butler holding the inside line. Is Josh Salvadori going to get round the outside? Is Kerr going to get through the middle? It's Salvadori who's got away best. Leads into Redgate for the first time. Side by side almost a second. Butler and Kerr. Then Austin and Smith side by side for fourth as they go to the Craner curves for the first time. They plunge down the drop and Josh Salvadori has got away absolutely perfectly. Side by side for second. Butler and Ollie Kerr trying to get round the outside. It's 2 by 2 behind as well. Ollie Smith with Louis Austin on the outside. Leon Holly's got ahead of the Kersley car. That's Matthew Swaffer. Up the hill they go towards Schwantz-Kerr. Matthew Swatton, I should say. Matthew Swaffer's a historic racer. Apologies there. Up towards McLean's then. Bit of push and shove there. Ollie Kerr at the inside. He's taken second place. They lean on each other out of McLean's corner. Still side by side for fourth, Ollie Smith and Louis Austin. Leon Holly's going to have a go up the inside there, the 87. Always quite a forceful young racer. Swatton is next. Running wide there is Louis Austin. Max Scharfegger and Martin Wright in behind him. Here we go then. Slipstreaming starts down the exhibition straight towards the chicane for the first time. Look at Matthew Swatton up there on the inside in the red, white and blue car, the Kersley Motorsport car. Ollie Smith's got ahead of Louis Austin and ran wide out of coppice. Max Scharfegger's got round the outside. Leon Holly side by side now with Swatton who loses out. Somebody's gone wide onto the dust there. Didn't see who it was, but it's Salvadori who leads as they complete the opening lap. It's the second time the junior saloon cars have raced here at Donington. They opened their season here back in the spring, and it was Wilf Butler, Josh Salvadori and Lewis Stannard who shared the wins on that occasion. There's a tangle. Lexi Powell and Martin Wright have tangled up. Wright spins around, left facing the wrong way. The yellow flags will be out. Hopefully they can rejoin at the back of the field. Salvadori led by 1.35 seconds at the end of lap one. Max Scharfegger under pressure from Leon Holly. That's the battle for sixth place. Scharfegger runs wide, bounces over the gravel there, but he's held it together. Leon Holly has a look as Scharfegger moves back across. He didn't see Leon was still there, I don't think. Nearly forces him over the curves. Holly will have the inside line for McLean's corner, and he goes through. Still side by side for second. Ollie Kerr ahead of Wilf Butler in the Muni hire car. Cutting back to the inside. The leader runs a bit wide there as well, coming out of coppice. Very easy to do there because you can't see the apex as you turn in. Down the exhibition straight they go for the second time in this 15-minute race. Salvadori from Kerr and Butler still side by side. Wilf Butler back up the inside for second place into the Roberts chicane. Then a small gap back to Ollie Smith in fourth. Louis Austin fifth. Then Scharfegger and Holly on top of each other for sixth and seventh. Across the line for the second time. There's Smith and Austin, Holly and Scharfegger. Leon Holly's got ahead of Max Scharfegger now, and they've got Matthew Swatton on their tails. Completing the top 10, Sherry-Ann Powell and Tim Leonard a bit further back. Bailey Roberts from the back of the grid is up to 11th. Powell and Wright are still going after that tangle. They've managed to rejoin. Down the Craner curves comes this midfield battle. On the absolute knife edge of grip, these identical Citroën Saxos. Many a young racer has gone through into the ranks of senior saloon car and single-seater racing. These are the touring car stars of tomorrow, effectively. One of the biggest names to have won this championship in the past, Antwort Niels, who made it to British touring cars, of course. Now racing Formula One stock cars. Wilf Butler runs a bit wide there through Coppice corner, but he stays ahead of the treble two. That's Ollie Kerr. 3 wins to his name so far this season. Coming up to 1/3 distance. The pack having settled down a little from their early exchanges. As well, Wilf Butler too quick into the chicane there. He flies off the curb. Thought he was going to go onto the grass there. Now what's the lead margin going to be as they cross the line and complete lap 3? 1.25 seconds, because Butler, despite that little slip at the chicane, has done the fastest lap. 1:26.165 for Wilf Butler. Average speed of nearly 83 miles per hour around the Donington circuit. Swatton going for the outside there on Max Scharfegger. That's his family have raced in Caterhams and in the Citroen C1 Endurance Series in the past. Matthew Swatton in the Kersley Motorsport car all over the back of Max Scharfegger. Mentioning Kersley Motorsports, I think we're going to see their owner Alex Kersley make a comeback in the Hyundai Coupe 45-minute race tomorrow. You just cannot keep him out of Hyundai racing. There's a bit of debris there, I noticed, in the middle of the old hairpin. Matthew Swatton all over his tail there, having a look into Schwantz curve. He's not going to get through there. Then it's up towards the right-hander at McLean. Scharfegger with the yellow wheels holds him off. This is the battle for 6th, 7th and 8th. Swatton now making the move to the inside as they go into Coppice. He's got the inside line away. Scharfegger fights back around the outside. Keeps his foot in. He might keep the place here, but Swatton's going to have the inside line for the chicane. Absolutely together. Meanwhile, the leaders have already gone over the line. The lead gap has come down between Butler and Salvadori. And yes, Scharfegger swings around the outside. That's good driving by Max Scharfegger to hold that place. The battle for P7. Over the line come the midfielders. So Salvadori leads from Butler by 0.65 of a second. It's less than that now. Wilf Butler has got the leader in his sights. You pick them up as they come down towards the old hairpin. Ollie Kerr is in 3rd place. He's dropped back a little. He's about 1.7 seconds off these two. Ollie Smith still 4th ahead of Louis Austin. So Ollie Smith the leading rookie. And then Leon Holly heading the battle for 6th place. 8.5 minutes of this race still to go, and Wilf Butler has got Josh Salvadori in his sights. The two title rivals into McLean's. Now battle is joined between the two of them, and here comes Butler. He's going to have a look on the inside on the run up towards Coppice. Up the hill they come. Wilf Butler, surely he's going to take the lead. Yes, he's done it. But has he outbraked himself? Is Salvadori going to get the run to the chicane? Into the exhibition straight. Butler covers off the line. He's got the lead. Looking on behind is Ollie Kerr, thinking, can I close in and make this a three-way fight for the lead now? It is number 70, Wilf Butler, who leads the way. We've lost Lexi Powell, incidentally. She pulled into the pits last time around in the treble 3. Great shame after a good qualifying session. Butler's gone wide onto the grass. Too quick through the chicane. Once again, he's pushing a little bit too hard there. He's still got the lead, but he'll have lost momentum. And into his slipstream comes Josh Salvadori. He might have a look down the inside here into Redgate. No, he's not quite close enough. They're 1.5 seconds clear of Kerr in 3rd place. So Wilf Butler, the championship leader, now leads round 19 of the Junior Saloon Car Championship in the sunshine of Donington Park. Contrast that with the rain they had to contend with here on their last visit. Down into the old hairpin for the 6th time. 12 cars still running. Unfortunately, Lexi Powell has pulled off to retire. That's a shame after a decent qualifying session for Lexi. We'll see her father Stephen Powell out in the British Truck Racing Championship this weekend. Could we see Lexi racing trucks someday as well? Butler a little bit wide over the curb there. You don't want to do that too often, run too wide, because you could get pinged for track limits. Oh, Josh Salvadori sideways, driving rally style in the Saxo there. Now, Saxos are popular as rallycross cars in the likes of the BTRDA Clubman's Championship, but they're not meant to be driven like that on a circuit on the tarmac, I don't think. Here's our 4th place man, that's Ollie Smith. Still got Louis Austin in his mirrors. They were side by side for the first 2 laps continuously. Down the straight they come into the Roberts chicane. Ollie Smith slings the Saxo in. The gap is 0.44 of a second, and running a bit wide there is Louis Austin. Ollie Kerr now rather on his own in 3rd place. Here's the fight for 6th. They're still nose to tail. Matthew Swatton's got ahead of Max Scharfegger now into P7 on that previous lap. They're clear of Sherry-Ann Powell, who is 9th. Tim Leonard is 10th. Matthew Swatton has a look on the inside, having a go at Leon Holly now. Bailey Roberts is 11th. There's a cloud of smoke there. I couldn't tell whether that's because somebody's had a moment there or whether it's blowing over from the drifting zone. Smoke drifting onto the circuit, you might say. Down towards the old hairpin. Spectacular section of circuit. I think the bit of debris there might be a marker post that somebody's taken out, not rather than a piece of bodywork. Just over 5 minutes of this race still to go, and Wilf Butler still leads from Josh Salvadori, having taken the lead into Coppice. Matthew Swatton moving up to have a go at Leon Holly. This is the battle for P6. Moves towards the inside, weaving about there on the tail of the Devonshire driver. Swatton, the Buckinghamshire man, can't get up alongside him as Leon Holly runs a bit wide there at Coppice. He's under real pressure here from Matthew Swatton. Here's the battle for 4th place. Smith ahead of Austin. Now, who's that in behind them? Is that Wilf Butler? Yes, something's happened to Wilf Butler. That smoke we saw, did he have a spin coming out of Redgate? Because there's Butler, he's down into 5th place. What has happened there? Now that smoke we saw up at Redgate, was that Butler having a spin, I wonder? We didn't see what happened, unfortunately, but Butler's down to 5th. Salvadori leads from Kerr. Ollie Smith up into 3rd place. So Wilf Butler, what was his lap time last time through? 1:43. He's clearly had a major moment somewhere. Well, trouble for the championship leader. He's back up to speed again, but he's down in P5. Salvadori leads by 1.7 seconds ahead of Ollie Kerr. Now Ollie Smith is up into a podium position. Louis Austin is 4th. And Butler is 4 seconds behind him. He's still got the fastest lap of the race, so looking for extra possible bonus point there. So the battle for 3rd now between Smith and Austin. It's over 3 minutes to go, so we're coming towards the closing stages. I can only assume that smoke we saw seemed a lot of smoke for a single spit. Hello, what's happened to Bailey Roberts? He's got an air brake he's demonstrating. That's a new modification to the Saxo. Now I know back in the early 2000s when modified Saxos were very popular among the boy racer community, they put big spoilers on them, but I've never seen one that big. That's going to be affecting him down the straight, acting as an air brake. A bit like Mercedes used at Le Mans in the 50s. So he's going to get the black and orange flag, I would imagine, for that Bailey Roberts. He's going to have to pull into the pits to have that boot secured down. As the 3rd place battle slides through the old hairpin. Out onto the curbs they go. Smith still ahead of Austin. Ollie Smith from Maidenhead in Berkshire. Louis Austin behind him from Farringdon in Oxfordshire. It's looking good for Josh Salvadori for his 2nd win at Donington this season. Here he comes down the exhibition straights. Had a win at Donington, one at Brands Hatch, one at Thruxton, and one at Alton Park. By my calculation, 4 wins this year for the number 110. The gap was 2 seconds to Ollie Kerr behind him. I think it's going to be a bit less than that as they come through this time. Over the line, yes, 1.74 seconds now. So Kerr has closed in slightly. They're well clear of the battle for 3rd. Saxo bouncing on its suspension there as Lightning McQueen continues to lead the way. Surely he should be number 95, Josh Salvadori. Pulls away a little bit down the Craner curves from Ollie Kerr. See how the gap has fluctuated over the last couple of laps, back to how it was at the end of lap 7 now. Josh Salvadori with a win here with Butler down in 5th. This is going to close the championship right up. I reckon it could go all the way to the last race between Salvadori and Butler for the title this year, and Ollie Kerr not far away either. Again, right on the limit as they go through Coppice. He runs out wide. It's going to be last lap this time, so there's only 40 seconds left on the clock. And it's 15 minutes. Down towards the Roberts chicane. Josh Salvadori's just got to keep his nose clean. He took the lead at the start, lost out at Coppice a few laps into Wilf Butler, but then Butler had a moment somewhere out of our sight and is down in 5th position. I tell you, Lexi Powell's rejoined. Bailey Roberts has been into the pits as well to have his boots fastened down. Oh, Max Scharfegger's stopped. Now that's on the outside of McLean's, I think. So problems for Scharfegger. Now, that will be, I would imagine, as we're on the last lap, that's going to be covered with a yellow flag. They won't put the safety car out this late, unless they decide to red flag it. Scharfegger was in 8th place. Now, he stopped on the exit of McLean's. You can see him there at the top of the hill. Leader sees the car and avoids him. So that'll be covered by the marshals with yellow flags. So we're on the last lap of the race. It is going to be, barring any disaster at the chicane, a win for Josh Salvadori. And there's Matthew Swatton, who was battling with Scharfegger. Chasing now Leon Holly, just the two in that battle now for 6th and 7th. And Scharfegger's car having seemingly ground to a halt. So here comes Salvadori. He's going to be our first winner of Convoy in the Park 2025 out of the final chicane. Weaves his way across the pit wall to greet his team, takes the victory. Second goes to Ollie Kerr. The gap was 2.1 seconds in the end. And we await our third place man, which should be Ollie Smith ahead of Louis Austin. This is the battle between Swatton and Holly. That's going to go all the way to the line. Ollie Smith, I think, is just going to hang on for third place. Louis Austin closing up, but Smith takes third place. And Wilf Butler be frustrated with 5th position. Is Leon Holly going to hang on ahead of Matthew Swatton? He's almost pushing him out of the chicane there. They finish side by side. Holly gets the place by 1/10 of a second. And then further behind them, it'll be Sherry Ann Powell, number 42. Next home, here she comes. Tim Leonard will be 9th. Martin Wright in the black and orange car is 10th. That's Lexi Powell a few laps down behind them. I don't think she'll be classified as a finisher, unfortunately. Yes, some 5 laps down. Lexi after spending time in the pits. And the other classified finisher, we should see the number 98 of Bailey Roberts. There's the green machine. It's coming onto the exhibition straight. Had to pit to close his boot lid. Just waiting for Bailey Roberts to come over the line. Then we can confirm the provisional results of that one. Typical lively opener for the Junior Saloon Car Championship. Across the line comes Bailey Roberts. He'll finish in 11th place. Shortly we'll be able to talk to our race winner, but the provisional results just being confirmed. Josh Salvadori, the provisional winner, completing 11 laps in 16 minutes 5 seconds, 0.144. Ollie Kerr in second place, 2.12 seconds down. Ollie Smith completing the podium, around 15 seconds back on the 2 leaders. Louis Austin was just behind him. Then Wilf Butler, we didn't see what happened to him, but dropping down from the lead battle into 5th. Leon Holly just held off Matthew Swatton for 6th place. Then Sherry Ann Powell, Tim Leonard and Martin Wright completing the top 10. Bailey Roberts, after a pit stop, finished 11th. We lost Max Scharfegger and Lexi Powell several laps down after a long stop with a problem early on. That concludes our first race of the day for the Junior Saloon Car Championship then. The car